My name is Adi, a security systems engineer, and last year I volunteered to install some CCTV cameras at a small Bhairav temple on the outskirts of Pune. It wasn't a famous temple, it wasn't crowded or decorated or filled with pilgrims. It was very old, built so long back that locals say the land still belonged to the forests and the gods walked barefoot. I've heard that people don't come there for blessings. They come to get rid of something that follows them, something that whispers behind them, something trying to sit on their chest when they sleep. Disturbed souls come here not for devotion but for protection. The intrigue was part of what made me volunteer. At least, that's what I thought in the beginning, but soon I learned the truth. People don't visit this temple to protect themselves. They come and offer so that the deity can hold something ancient, something hungry. The CCTV cameras were installed to stop stray vandals and thieves. That's all, I thought. But the cameras saw more than we ever expected. The very first night after installation around midnight, I saw something I completely brushed off at first. The CCTV image flickered, and then the Bhairav bell hung above the deity rang loudly once, even though nobody was nearby. I assumed it was wind or an animal, or maybe just the rope moving, until I noticed the rope was tied and sealed. No wind, no animals, no people. Still, I ignored it. But the next night, it happened again. I checked the time exactly, 12:03 am, about the same time as yesterday. This time, the bell rang 3 chimes, and the cameras somehow they went completely black. Not glitching, just pitch darkness for exactly 27 seconds. And when the video returned, I could hear a slight whispering in the audio, a dry voice, old and cracked, breathing heavily and just repeating one word 3 times. Kala. 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 Darkness. The next morning I met with the head priest and asked him about what had happened. That's when he looked at me and said sharply, "Don't ask questions about that. You will get used to it?" I asked, "What happens in those 27 seconds?" The head priest did not blink and just murmured, "He walks." He walked away. And that was the end of the conversation. I tried to sleep that night, but couldn't. I just kept hearing the old cracked voice whispering. The cameras went black, and the bell rang 3 times, the next night as well, exactly at 12:03 am, although I didn't hear the old crackled voice again. It was almost enough to make me believe I had hallucinated the whole thing. Almost. At around 11:55 pm, while waiting near the monitors, I heard footsteps outside, soon accompanied by the sound of moaning and heavy dragging. A woman was crying.
Please help him, please.
I ran outside and saw a mother holding her teenage son. He was limp, eyes rolled upward and his hands shaking. But then suddenly, he started laughing a slow, broken laugh that sounded like it came from a hyena or an animal, not human at all. I watched from the CCTV monitors as they rushed him into the temple and brought him in front of the deity. The priest prepared a bowl of ash, lit a small flame, and began chanting. The boy just sat still, too still, until suddenly the chanting felt like it was getting louder, and the little boy's face started twisting and turning. His lips stretched wider than they should into a twisted smile, skin tightening across his jaw. His face suddenly looked 10 years older. His eyes snapped open and now staring directly at the deity. The priest's chanting started getting even louder, and then the boy's neck turned very slowly. not towards the priest nor his mother, but straight towards the camera, towards me. And I started to feel a sharp pain above my eyes just from looking at the screen and meeting his glare. And he talked in an old crackled voice that I had heard before.
You called me. I came.
My blood turned cold. The mother started screaming. The priest didn't stop chanting. The boy suddenly jerked like someone yanked invisible strings and went limp again. And then the bell rang on its own. The cameras went black. All the lights flickered out, and the temple was covered in complete darkness. I checked the time and it was exactly 12:03 a.m. Everybody went quiet. There were no more sounds from the temple. The mother stopped screaming. The priest stopped chanting. You couldn't even hear a breath. Just three violent chimes during 27 seconds of dead air. And then, a dry crackled laugh from the audio. Soft at first, then louder, then layered, like 3 or 4 people laughing together through one mouth. I swear the walls in the monitor room shook, and when the cameras came back, the boy was unconscious and his forehead covered in ash. The mother and priest were getting their bearings back after the light suddenly came back on, and the rope of the bell, well, was burnt, completely scorched, and on the stone floor there were marks, circular marks, like something had been dragged around the boy during the blackout. But there was nothing there, nothing we could see. The priest asked the mother to let the unconscious boy stay at the temple for the night and asked her to go home. The next morning, the boy walked out looking weak but normal. I asked him about what happened and he didn't remember a thing. When the mother came, I talked to her about what happened and she said she felt a shadow follow her home but disappearing every time she turned. I was worried about the boy speaking to me, so I went and asked the priest again, what is happening here? He looked tired, older, worn out. He just said, Bhairav accepted the offering. I asked, what offering? His face twisted when he looked at me. Then he just walked away. But I could hear him murmuring, you pray the next offering, isn't you? I didn't go to the CCTV monitor room or the temple near midnight after that. Every evening before I left, I tried to delete the CCTV files. It didn't work. They get deleted but then reappeared every morning. The next night, a new 27-second recording file showed up with the deleted files. Black video and only audio, recorded at 12:03 a.m., the moment the bell always rings. I pressed play, static a faint breath, an old crackled whisper, speaking and scraping like rusted metal saying,
You're next.
I deleted the file. I checked my phone and saw there was a copy of the file on my phone as well. I deleted that file as well and got out of there as fast as I could. After reaching back home, I thought it was all over. That night when I was in bed checking my phone at 12:03 a.m., a new file appeared on my device. My heart raced at 100 miles an hour as I opened the file and heard the same old crackled voice say,
You're next.
I switched off my phone and switched devices with an old phone I had laying around. It was to no avail. The file kept returning, even though I had moved rooms and switched devices every night at 12:03, and sometimes at night exactly at 12:03. I hear it from a distance. That bell, 3 chimes, slow and heavy, echoing for 27 seconds, and a whisper.
Kala.
We release new videos every week, so like the video if you enjoyed the story. Subscribe now and tune in to the Yaksha Files for more Indian horror stories.